Good morning and welcome to my class. We are going to continue with quartiles today. In the last lecture yesterday, we have started with quartiles. Let us quickly revise that. Quartiles are the 3 points which divides the entire data into 4 equal parts. So if you are arranging the data in the increasing order, suppose this is your data, this is the smallest value in the data, and this is the biggest value in the data. And if you want to divide this data into 4 equal parts, you will need 3 points, correct? 1, 2, and 3. So these points are called as quartiles, Q1, Q2, and Q3. We call them as first quartile, Q1, second quartile, Q2, and third quartile, Q3. Now see, this is dividing the data into 4 equal parts. That means each part is containing how many values? 25%. Okay? 25% of the values, which means n upon 4. Each part contains n upon 4 values. Where what is n? N is total values in the data. For example, अगर आपके डेटा में 100 values है, 100 बच्चों का डेटा है सब, तो 25 values are between smallest and Q1, 25 between Q1 and Q2, 25 between Q2 and Q3, and the remaining 25 between Q3 and the biggest one. This picture you should be able to understand. Look at in this picture, if I ask you how many values are less than Q2, so see this picture, ये Q2 है, Q2 से छोटा कितना values है? 25 plus 25, यानी कितना values? 50%, correct? 50% values are less than Q2, and the remaining 50% are greater than Q2. So where is this Q2? It is exactly in the middle, in the center. Okay, and we know that the value which comes in the center, we call it as median. So Q2 is equal to median. This is what is the note here. In the next slide I have written. 50% of the values are less than Q2, and the remaining 50% are greater than Q2. So Q2 is in the middle, and that is why we call it as median. So Q2 is same as median. Q2 is same as median. And we know how to calculate median. That topic we have already covered, correct? Then we have seen yesterday how to find out the quartiles for group data of discrete time, Q1 and Q3. And if you remember, we have solved one problem also. Look at this problem we have done yesterday. So you can go through the recording of the problem हमने कल किया था. Find Q1 and Q3 for the following data representing weights of children. This is a discrete type of data where weights are given 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and number of children with that weight, that is frequency. This we have already done yesterday. So I am not going to repeat it. Let us do the one more problem today. Okay. So those who could not understand yesterday, they can concentrate now. Look at the same problem, similar type of problem I'm taking today. Find Q1 and Q3 for the following data representing marks out of 10 of 15 students in a class test. This is the data of 15 students. Okay. With the data of marks of 15 students. Okay. So we have to find out what is the first quartile and the third quartile. First thing, what am I going to do? I'm very comfortable with the table when it is made vertically. So I will, if you are comfortable with horizontally, you can go ahead with that. Okay. So what I'll do, this same table, I'm going to write in a vertical way. So what is my first column? It will be marks, okay, which I denote by X. X is a variable. It can be marks, it can be weight, it can be anything. What is my second row? It is number of students having that weight. That means it is nothing but my frequency F. Okay. So what are the marks? Marks are taking the values 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are the marks, correct? And number of students with marks 5. How many students have got marks 5? 3. So that means frequency of 5 is 3. 5 is repeated 3 times in the data. I hope everybody understand that now. 6 का frequency 3, 7 का 4, 8 का 2, 9 का भी 2 and 10 का 1. Okay. So I have written the same table in a vertical way because I feel comfortable in that. Now to find out Q1 and Q3, go back to the steps. What is my first step? I have to first find out cumulative frequencies. That is the first step. Cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, which we denote by CF in short. This we have done in median also before vacation. So cumulative frequency of the marks 5 will be same as 3. Okay. For the next, how will you do quickly? 3 plus 3. So it will be 6. Then 6 plus 4, 10. Then 10 plus 2, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. And 14 plus 1, 50. This, the last one should be the number of values in the data. Okay. So that is 15 students data. Correct? So this last one should be your N. So the first step is find the cumulative frequency. What is the second step? Find the value of capital N. Find capital N. What is capital N? Total values in the data. How do you calculate that? Add all the frequencies. Summation of frequencies. Where is the frequency column? Look at this. This is the frequency column. Add this. What are you going to get? 50. Correct. So you get 50. Okay. So second step is over. Now I have to find out Q1. So to find Q1, what I need to do, I have to first calculate what? N upon 4. How will you remember this? See, you are finding the value of quartile. तो आपको n को 4 से डिवाइड करना है. अगर आप फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं तो इट इज 1n/4. दैट मींस n/4. अगर थर्ड क्वार्टाइल करना है तो 3n/4. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. Okay, so find out n/4. So n का value है 15. What is 15 upon 4? Can you quickly calculate that? Who will tell me? कितना आता है? 3.75. Correct? Okay. You all can do these calculations with the help of calculator. So n/4 is 3.75. Now, what is the last step? Last step will give you the value of Q1. What you have to do in the last step, the value of Q1 will be, how will you calculate? It is, you have to look at the cumulative frequency column and see the value for which the cumulative frequency just exceeds 3.75. 3.75 पे just बड़ा कहाँ हो रहा है? तो यहाँ से start करो. इधर हो रहा है 6. So you have to put an arrow here. And see, it is for what? It is for the marks 6. So what is the value of Q1? Therefore, Q1 is equal to 6. So ये आपका Q1 का value है. Correct? Now you have to find out Q3. Okay? How will you find Q3? To find Q3, what you need to calculate first? You need to calculate 3n/4. Q1 के लिए n/4, Q3 के लिए 3n/4. Okay, this is how you have to remember. So it will be 3 into 15 upon 4. कितना आता है आंसर? 45 upon 4. 11.25. Okay. Now what you have to do? Look at the cumulative frequency column where the cumulative frequency just exceeds 11.25. यानी exceed मतलब बड़ा, यानी 11.25 से बड़ा कहाँ हो रहा है? It is here 12, right? So put an arrow here. And this is for which one? It is for 8. Okay. So what is the value of Q3? Q3 is 8. Okay. So even though your exam is online, still ऐसे problems आएंगे. Mathematics में theory questions are less. You should know how to find out. Okay, तो ऐसा आपको टेबल दिया रहेगा और आपको पूछेंगे what is the value of Q1. So you have to calculate it and then put the option, जो correct option है. Correct? So आपको problem जब तक solve करना नहीं आता है, even though it is online exam ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप कुछ भी होने दो, बट मैथमेटिक्स में यू कैन नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम, सो यू नीड टू नो हाउ टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. सो आई होप एवरीबॉडी इज क्लियर विद दिस. अच्छा, अभी मैं एक मेरी तरफ से ऐड करती हूँ. इफ आई आस्क यू फाइंड मीडियन फॉर दिस डेटा, हाउ विल यू डू मीडियन? अगर मैंने पूछा इसी डेटा के लिए आप मीडियन निकालो, तो आप क्या करोगे? व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स फॉर मीडियन? क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी निकालना है, वो ऑलरेडी निकला हुआ है. What we have to do for median? Median divides the data into two parts. तो हमको n को किससे डिवाइड करना होगा? 2 से. n upon 2. n is 15. What is 15 upon 2? For median, find n by 2. 15 upon 2 कितना आता है? 7.5. Okay, then you have to go back to the table. Look at where you are getting bigger than 7.5. 10. Correct? Put an arrow. And it is for what? It is for 7. So this 7 is what? It is median. Okay. So median is equal to 7. I hope you have understood. Now, if you have understood this, then only we can proceed further. अब ये जो प्रॉब्लम था, इसमें क्या दिया था आपको? दिस इज अ डिस्क्रीट टाइप ऑफ डेटा. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ डिस्क्रीट? यहाँ आपको एक्चुअल मार्क्स का वैल्यू दिया. व्हाट इफ यू आर नॉट गिवन द एक्चुअल वैल्यू, यू आर गिवन द रेंज, क्लास इंटरवल अगर आपको दिया है, उसको बोलते हैं कंटिन्यूअस टाइप का डेटा. तो इन दैट केस हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यूज फॉर Q1 एंड Q3? मीडियन कैसे निकालना है, दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन. ओके, सो लेट अस सी हाउ टू फाइंड आउट Q1 एंड Q3 फॉर कंटिन्यूअस टाइप ऑफ डेटा. So I'm giving you the step-by-step method for that. See here. Read this. To calculate first quartile Q1 for group data of continuous type. Now, what is the meaning of continuous? Here the variate is continuous. Meaning what? It is expressed using class intervals with respective frequencies. Okay. Now, what are the steps to follow? फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड एंड थर्ड स्टेप्स आर सेम. फर्स्ट स्टेप में आपको क्या करना है? क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी निकालना है. सेकंड स्टेप में फाइंड n. थर्ड स्टेप में यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग Q1, so you have to find out n by 4. स्टेप 4 में you will not be able to find out the value of Q1. You will only get the class interval. Okay, that is called the Q1 class. So locate the Q1 class as the class for which cumulative frequency just exceeds n by 4 in a similar way जैसे हमने डिस्क्रीट में किया था. And finally you have to apply the formula. Step 5 is what? Apply the following formula to calculate Q1. Look at what is the formula. Look at the formula. Formula is what? To calculate the first quartile Q1, formula is L1 plus L2 minus L1 into n by 4 minus CF divided by F. You will notice that मीडियन के फॉर्मूला में n by 4 की जगह पर n by 2 था, बाकी सब सेम है. तो अगर आपने एक फॉर्मूला याद कर लिया तो बाकी फॉर्मूले, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड, इट इज सिमिलर. ओके, सो Q1 is L1 plus L2 minus L1 in another bracket n by 4 minus CF divided by F. Now what are these L1, L2, F and CF? L1 is the lower boundary of the Q1 class, L2 is the upper boundary, F is the frequency of the Q1 class, and what is CF? Cumulative frequency of the class just above the Q1 class. Okay, so this way we calculate the value of Q1 for continuous type of data. Similarly, Q3 निकालना है तो same steps है Q3 के लिए. Only thing is that in the formula, instead of n by 4, you will be having 3n by 4. Okay. So quickly we will see the steps for Q3 also, and then we will solve the problem. See here, to find Q3 for group data of continuous type. First step is same, find cumulative frequencies. Second step, find n. Third step में क्या हो जाएगा? Q3 निकाल रहे हैं तो 3n by 4. Okay. Fourth step, locate the Q3 class, and in the last step, apply the formula. Formula में यहाँ n by 4 की जगह 3n by 4. That's all. Okay, so now let us quickly solve the problem. Unless you solve the problem, no, things will not become clear. आप जब अपने आप से problem solve करोगे तभी आपको clear picture आएगा. Okay, look at this. Find Q1 and Q3 for the following distribution. What type of data it is? Look at here. Marks are given as a class interval. Can you make out the difference? पहले जो हमने problem किया था वहाँ actual value दिया था marks का. यहाँ पर interval range दिया. Okay, and the frequency is also given. So let us first of all write down this table in a vertical way. See, you can interrupt me if you have not understood, because अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया तो it is your time waste, my time waste, everybody's time waste. Okay. So, this is marks. Don't write X here. By mistake I have it. Because I'm not getting actual value of X. It is only the class interval. Marks, and the second one is number of students. Number of students meaning what? It is the frequency, correct? F. So for the interval 0 to 10, the number of students are 8, means frequency is 8. That means there are 8 students whose marks are between 0 and 10. I hope you are understanding this. There are 6 students जिनका marks 10 और 20 के बीच में, ठीक है? Between 20 and 30, 7 students. 30 and 40, 5 students. And finally 40 to 50, 4 students. So I've written the same table in a vertical way. Okay. To find Q1 and Q3, what is my first step? Find cumulative frequencies. Okay. So prepare another column for cumulative frequencies. Cumulative frequency, which we call it as CF in short. Now you are, I think by this time everybody has become perfect and they can quickly complete this column. Okay. So for the first one, it is same as 8. For the next one, 8 plus 6. Kitna hoga? 14 plus 7, 21. 21 plus 5, 26. And 26 plus 4, 30. So we have prepared this one. Okay. What is the next step? Calculate the value of n. N means total values in the data. How will you get that? Summation of frequencies. So this is the column for frequency. Add this column. Second column. And this summation of frequency. कितना आ रहा है? 30 आ रहा है. ये और ये figure same होना चाहिए. It is same, correct? So n is equal to 30. The total values in my data is that means this is the data of 30 students. Correct? Now to find Q1, what I need to calculate? Find Q1. First, I need to calculate what? N upon 4. Yes? What is N upon 4? N is 30. 30 upon 4. Kitna aega? 7.5. Okay? So N upon 4 is 7.5. So my third step is over. What is the fourth step? Look at the cumulative frequency column where the frequency just exceeds 7.5. Where it is? First one only. Very first one. Correct now? So it is for which one? For this. 0 to 10. See, if it is a discrete type of data, na, so then in that case, you directly get the value for Q1. Here you are getting only the class. मतलब आपका जो value है Q1 का वो 0 और 10 के बीच में है. Correct? So this is your Q1 class. Okay? Q1 class is what? 0 to 10. Q1 class is 0 to 10. So we have located the Q1 class. Now what is the next step? Next and final step, apply the formula. Okay, so we will apply the formula. Formula for Q1. What is the formula for Q1? Q1 is equal to L1 plus L2 minus L1 into N upon 4 minus CF divided by F. Okay, where what is L1? L1 is what? Lower boundary of the Q1 class. This is my Q1 class. So L1 का value कितना है? 0. Lower boundary means ये. Upper boundary means what? L2 is 10. Correct? What is F? F is frequency of Q1 class. Go to the table. What is the frequency of Q1 class? It is 8. Okay. What is CF? Cumulative frequency of the class just above this. We don't have any class above this. Correct? So in that case, it will be cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency of the class just above this class. Do you have any class above this? No, na? इसके पहले क्या क्लास है ही नहीं, उसका क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी भी नहीं है. So that is, this is actually थोड़ा स्ट्रेंज तरह का प्रॉब्लम हो गया. Okay. So now you have to put all the values. L1 is what? 0. What is L2 minus L1? L2 is 10, L1 is 0. So 10 minus 0. It is 10, correct? What is n by 4 minus CF? N by 4 minus CF. N by 4 कितना था? 7.5. So this is 7.5. CF is 0. This is 7. So 10 into 7.5 divided by what is the frequency? 8. Find out कितना आएगा? 10 into 7.5 divided by 8. How much? Let me just check. 10 into 7.5 divided by 8. So I'm getting 9.375. Okay. So when you add it to 0, you will get 9.375. We can take only 2 decimal places. So 9.3. This is the value. Okay. Are you getting this? Q1 is 9.3. See, always, generally now after decimal, we take 2 places. So you have to take after decimal only 2 values. So what you have to do, look at the third place. If the third place is 5 or more than 5, in that case, the second place can be increased by 1. You have 7 है ना, तो हम इसको 8 कर, 9.3. This is called rounding off. Mathematics में इसको rounding off. 9.3. So Q1 is 9.3. Okay. Now what next we have to find out? Q3. Okay. So for Q3, what are the steps? Find cumulative frequency, which is already here. Then find N. That also we have done. It is 30. To find Q3, we need to calculate what? 3n by 4. Correct? So let us do it here. Let's find Q3. First calculate what? 3n by 4. 3 into n कितना है? 30 है ना? What is n? How much is n? N is 30. So 3 into 30 upon 4. 3 into 30 upon 4. कितना आता है? 90 upon 4. कितना है? Yes. Why you people are not responding? 22.5? 22. Okay. So 3n by 4 आ गया 22.5. Now we have to locate the Q3 class. 22.5 यहाँ से start करो. 22.5 पे ज्यादा किधर आया? The 26, correct? And it is for which class? 30 to 40. So this is your Q3 class. Okay. So we have located the Q3 class. How will you locate Q3 class? Look at the cumulative frequency column where the cumulative frequency just exceeds 3n by 4. 3n by 4 is 22.5. So 22.5 पे ज्यादा इधर होता है. it is for 30. So Q3 is 30, 40. Let us write. Q3 class is 30 to 40. Now, apply the formula. What is the formula for Q3? Last step. Formula for Q3 is what? L1 plus L2 minus L1 into, in the other bracket, 3n by 4 minus CF divided by F. Okay. Now quickly write down. What is L1? यहाँ आप साइड में लिख सकते हो. L1 कितना है? 30. What is L2? What is F? 30-40 का कितना है? 30-40 का फ्रीक्वेंसी 5 है. तो F का वैल्यू 5. What is CF? 30-40 ये क्लास के ऊपर वाला क्लास, उसका CF 20. ये याद रखना वाली बात है. Okay? CF you have to take for the class which is above the Q3 class. So CF का वैल्यू 21 है and F का वैल्यू 5 है. So F is 5 and CF is 20. Correct? Correct now? Let me just check once again. Yes. Now what you have to do? Put everything in the formula. L1 का वैल्यू ये सब मैंने साइड में किया. L1 कितना है? 30. तो L1 की जगह 30 रख दिया. L2 minus L1. L2 is 40 and L1 is 30. So what is 40 minus 30? Width of the class. It is 10. Okay. ये जो second bracket है वो भी मैं यहाँ पर solve करती हूँ. 3n by 4 minus CF. What is 3n by 4 कितना आया था हमारा? 22.5. तो 22.5 minus CF is 21. कितना आएगा? 0.5? Yes or no? Why you people are not responding? Calculator लेकर बैठे हैं ना? Is it 0.5? What is 22.5 minus 21? 1.5. That is what I am telling you. तो अगर मैंने यहाँ गलत लिख दिया तो आप भी गलत मत लिख दो. You have to check. Okay? तो ये हो गया 1.5. Now let us put everything in the formula. 30 plus 10 into 1.5 divided by F. F कितना है? 5. Correct? कितना आएगा आंसर? So it is 30 plus, ये पहले ऐड करो, ये पहले कैलकुलेट करो. So 10 into 1.5 divided by 5, that gives you 3. So 30 plus 3, that is 30. So therefore, what is the value of Q3? Q3 is 30. Q3 is equal to 40. This is your okay. So we have calculated Q1 and Q3. See, you can check here. ये जो Q3 क्लास क्या था हमारा 30 to 40 था ना, तो Q3 का वैल्यू 30 और 40 के बीच में आना चाहिए. अगर आपका वैल्यू ये रेंज के बाहर जा रहा है, इसका मतलब आपने कुछ कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक किया. एंड मोस्ट कॉमन मिस्टेक व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स डू इज, इसको पहले कैलकुलेट करके 30 में ऐड करना है. स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, ये पूरा डिवीजन ना यहाँ तक कर देते हैं. मतलब व्हाट दे डू, they make this type of mistake. 30 plus 10 into 1.5 whole thing divided by 5. ऐसा कर. This is not, this division with 5 is only up to here. Okay. 30 is separate. तो ये आप ध्यान में रखिए, नहीं तो आपका आंसर रॉन्ग आ सकता है. So I hope you have understood, and these are the common mistakes which I am telling you, the students करते हैं. Now I'll tell you one thing. If most probably maybe your exam may be online, I don't know, but if even though it is online and multiple choice questions, in that also अगर आपको ये प्रॉब्लम करना आता है, आपको मालूम है, तभी आप वो ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि you may be asked the questions like this: what is Q3 class? If you don't know how to find out Q3 class, you will not be able to answer. Okay, Q1 class क्या है? Can Q1 be this? तो आपको वो अगर आपने प्रॉब्लम ध्यान से समझा है, आपको समझ में आ गया, then only you can answer such question. So I feel that answering the multiple choice question is more difficult. अगर आपको thorough knowledge है सब्जेक्ट का तो ही आप, थियरी में क्या होता है, you write the questions, आंसर लिखते हैं, तो कुछ कुछ स्टेप्स रहते हैं, 5 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, आपने फॉर्मूला लिखा, आपने ये लिखा, आपने वो लिखा, तो एक एक स्टेप पे मार्क्स मिल जाते हैं. लेकिन ऑब्जेक्टिव में क्या है, अगर आपने रॉन्ग टिक मार्क कर दिया, आपका 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन पूरा 1 मार्क. So that is actually more difficult. If you don't have the thorough knowledge of the subject, then you may lose your marks. तो इसलिए आपको ध्यान से पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. So I hope you have understood how to find Q1 and Q3. So today what we have done, we have find out the values of Q1 and Q3 for group data of continuous time. Okay. So tomorrow we will see, this is the assignment problem which you have to do at home. Okay. तो इसमें ये जो फर्स्ट और सेकंड प्रॉब्लम जो है, फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड प्रॉब्लम, ये दोनों में देखो आपको डायरेक्ट वैल्यू आ जाएगा. थर्ड, फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ, इस प्रॉब्लम में आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, फॉर्मूला लगाना. तो दिस प्रॉब्लम, इफ यू हैव सॉल्व दीज 5 प्रॉब्लम्स, देन यू हैव बिकम एक्सपर्ट. यू कैन सॉल्व एनी प्रॉब्लम. ओके. So even though you don't purchase the book, it is fine. Many students, they are asking me, madam, book कब मिलेगा, मैं ये book. You just concentrate on what I'm teaching. That is enough. Even though you don't have any book. Book में क्या होगा, ये मैंने जो problem दिया है, 3 की जगह 5 लिखा होगा, 7 लिखा होगा. Only digits will be changing. Problem will remain the same, correct? And जितने अच्छी तरह से मैंने simple language में आपको बताया है, I don't think any book will tell you that. Okay? So even though you don't have book, it is fine. You can easily get 100 out of 100 in mathematics. Just you have to concentrate on lectures and solve the problems. That's it. Okay. So I hope you all have understood. Thank you so much. So we will wind up now and see you in the next class.